Hana-bi is a 1997 film directed by Takeshi Kitano. You may recognize that name if you're familiar with Japanese television or if you saw the JonTron video. This guy is known for his hyper-violent Yakuza films. Is it Yakuza or Yakuza? I don't know, whichever one, blending dark humor and a hint of nihilism. Hana-bi centers around Nishi, a retired police officer faced with the news that his wife Miyuki is terminally ill. As a final gesture, he takes her on a trip to Mount Fuji. But he's forced to borrow money from loan sharks. And surprise, surprise, they don't leave him alone. Set in 90s Japan during the Lost Decade. Ooh. The building, the cars, the clothing, it's really weird. It's like a feeling of nostalgia, even though I didn't live through that. Also, you may have noticed that I'm not Japanese. The world of Hana-bi is presented with a tranquil gaze, sitting on the moment. It's very reminiscent of Ozu's pillow shots, giving the viewer a moment to reflect. The scenic views of Japanese countryside are gorgeous, especially Mount Fuji and the oceanside shots. The story moves in at a leisurely pace, inviting the viewer to take in the moment. This version of Japan is peaceful, until it's not. To contrast the peaceful nature, there's violence. Characters are hot-headed, constantly trying to bully each other. Like the title implies, one moment we're being chilling on the beachside, then someone's getting stomped into the beachside. And Nishi is no exception. He does not cope well, and in Kitano fashion, he beats the shit out of everyone. His maniacal mood swings make for some brutal scenes. A lot of the time it's so outlandish, it's pretty hard not to laugh though. Subverting the viewer's expectation of where the story's going next. It kept me on my toes as to who's getting rocked next and why. There isn't much dialogue compared to most other films, aiming to tell a story through mainly visuals. The editing is oh my god! Instead of telling you we're going to do X, instead it just cuts to it. There's no hand-holding. Events are presented in pieces, and it's your job to put them all together. And then there are scenes that make no fucking sense.
Ben.
Trust me, this doesn't make any more sense in context. Watching Hana-bi is an odd viewing experience, to say the least. Nishi and Miyuki don't speak much throughout the runtime of the film, despite them being the main characters we follow. Horibe, stay over there. Their relationship isn't an over-the-top romanticization. Seeing them interact and enjoy each other's company is cute and wholesome to watch. They acknowledge the inevitable, but carry on regardless. It's grounded in reality, and in turn feels more intimate. It feels relatable. There is no dialogue, because the score is telling you how to feel. And it can't be bottled up and told to you. It has to be experienced. The atmosphere is calm, with an undertone of pensive tension. Warming moments are fleeting, leaving a feeling of tragedy. Okay, only some of you guys will get this reference, but it's like reading through the Golden Age arc of Berserk. It's warming to see Guts develop as a character and find his happiness in life. But in the back of your mind, you know how this plays out. You know it's gonna happen, and there is no happy ending for Guts. That is all to say that we are told what's gonna happen, but we aren't told how it's going to happen. What carries it for me is the soundtrack. The oceanside vibe, the majestic violins, the tings of depression, and that harmonica. The tune carries a soulful weight to elevate moments. I don't see myself liking this film as much as I do if I didn't enjoy and resonate with the soundtrack. Despite winning the Golden Lion that same year, Hana-bi didn't do very well commercially. My guess for this is the focus on telling the story through visuals and straying away from dialogue that relies on your viewer to be entirely engaged. I can see why many people find this film boring, but to me, it stirs up several emotions. I feel like laughing, I feel a sense of tranquility, and I feel bitter. Nishi is not a likable character. He's an asshole walking down the path and kicking down anyone in his way. But he is relatable. Someone pissed at the shitty hand life dealt him. I resonate with the quiet moments where Nishi sits in deep thought, reflecting on past decisions and being honest. Was I in the wrong? Should I have done things differently? What now? What now? He fails to confront himself, letting it consume him, spiraling down a self-destructive hole, desperately grasping at what little time he has left. It's not until their final moments, where the noise ceases, subsequently followed by one final bang,